Michelle, what seems to be the problem? Why have you come here today? It's my smartphone. It's consuming me. Okay, well there's ways to get through that. I can help you. Have you tried having some downtime by turning your phone off? I did, but it's not plausible. You see, I work and I need my phone for work purposes. But with that, I tend to use it for other distracting ways such as social media and games. I can understand your concern. I need to be able to control my problem and take back control of my smartphone. Listen, the Australian Multi-Screen Report tells us that 84% of Australians aged 14 and over own a smartphone. And Michelle, you're living in the world of digital advancement. It's only natural that you need your device every day. It would be unrealistic if you didn't. Yes, exactly. If my neighbour tries to call if something is wrong at home, I need to be able to be reached. Because my cats, they'll know if I'm not here. Do you bring your cats to this session?
Nope.
Interesting. Well, Michelle, first you must know that it's very common. In fact, there's a reason why it's so hard to put down your phone. Smartphones have a hidden psychological effect on our brains that create addiction.
What are you writing down?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, have you heard of technoference?
No, what's that?
Ross Slate does a great TED Talk about this. He discusses learning to look up again and controlling your smartphone addictions. Technoference is defined as the interference of technology in our daily lives, and the interruptions and intrusions that has. He explains that in today's world there's over 2.5 billion people with a smartphone, and that by 2020 it's predicted to rise by 5 billion. We tend to rely on our smartphones as some sort of virtual home and forget to be present within our physical homes. I do so much within the reflected glare of this 5-inch screen that I've become dependent on it, and it's just part of everyday functioning. I wake up and the first thing I do is check my phone in the morning like a paper. And before I sleep I scroll when I know I'm tired and should be shutting down. Well, you see, Slate also states that over 74% of users who own smartphones are trying to limit spending time on their devices. So you're not alone. But what you need to think about is time is the most precious gift in this world. Time is money, and it's also something you cannot get back. People are prisoners of their phones. That's why they call it cell phones. The time we spend in our virtual homes is at expense of interaction in the real world. Slate tells us that 1 in 3 of us use our smartphones while we're eating with friends and family, and that 50% of us wander along the streets looking down at our smartphones. Of that 50%, 11% of us cross the roads looking at our smartphones.
Yes, I most certainly don't do that.
Now you can't blame the device, Michelle. It's not the smartphone's problem. The problem comes down to our behaviour and the smartphone, which is good because it means we can choose to change our behaviour. To act differently, we can choose to stop looking down and start looking up.
So what are things I can do to start actively changing my behaviour with my virtual home?
What's the main distraction when you're using your smartphone?
Whenever there's a notification, I have a Pavlov dog-like reaction to jump and see what it is.
Slate's TED Talk tells us that notifications have been significantly shown to increase our inattention and hyperactivity. It's all to do with FOMO.
Yes, exactly. I had this fear of missing out. I've always wanted to know what's going on and be connected.
Well, most of our notifications may be something small and irrelevant, like a tweet. Now let me first suggest you going to your settings on your phone and switching off all notifications on your apps. You can leave the applications you use for work on if they're important, but Michelle, I want you to switch off all insignificant applications on your phone.
Okay, I will. The other issue is that I go to sleep on my phone and then wake up and check my phone in the morning straight away. It's disrupting my sleep pattern.
Slate discusses that the very presence of a smartphone can reduce the cognitive mental ability, and 1 in 3 of us wake up in the middle of the night and check our smartphones. Now this obviously is going to deprive you of sleep and affect your physical well-being and mental. Michelle, I want you to get a small alarm clock. Set it up in your room, and every night 30 minutes before you go to bed, switch your phone off to allow your mind and your body to wind down. And one more thing, do not leave your phone in your bedroom.
Okay, this is great advice and I'll be trying all of this.
And then come see me in 2 weeks and we will see with those changes in place how you go.
Okay, thank you so much for your help. Hey Doc, what did the cell phone wearing glasses say?
What?
I've lost my contacts.
2 weeks later.
Michelle, how did you go?
Let me tell you, you're onto something here. It went so well.
Really, that's great.
By monitoring my screen time, it has allowed me to take back control of my smartphone. My screen time has improved so much, I'm hardly ever on my phone.
The notification trick worked really well.
By going to notifications on my phone and switching Facebook notifications off, it has stopped alerts grabbing my attention, resulting in less phone use.
Not bringing the phone into my bedroom really helped my sleeping pattern. I'm getting a better night's rest with no distractions, and when I wake up in the morning, there's no urge to grab my phone, as it's not in the same room as me. I feel more present in the physical world, and I can't thank you enough. If you keep these small changes in place, you'll be able to take back control of your smartphone. I can promise you that you'll be more centered, more social, more enriched, and harmonious in your virtual world, virtual home, and your real home. Mobile technology isn't going anywhere. You must be aware what is affecting you so you can better use your device. You have chosen the right path, Michelle, and you've made it through the right choices, not looking down. Choose to look up today. Well done.